Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music. We've been talking about American songbook standards. They're a great resource for understanding melody and harmony. They kind of look backwards to European common practice, but also really are valid for contemporary songwriting concepts. Well, today I want to look at Moonlight in Vermont. It's not exactly a jazz tune, although you do hear it done as a jazz ballad a lot. It's got some terrific melodic chordal tricks built into it. So let's play Moonlight in Vermont and break it down a bit. Do you know this song? I'm going to play it for you and then we'll talk about it. Great melody, a little bit hard to sing. It's pretty rangy, right? It aggressively starts pretty high and will be high in my register on this C, and then descends, going right around what I call the harmonic highway. We're in E flat. So 1, 6, 2, 5. And this is very conventional for this kind of song. It's an awful pretty melody, just kind of falling down. And then it kind of repeats that. There's a little twist at the end. And the twist is the flat 7 dominant chord. And it kind of winds up on a non-diatonic tone, the C flat here, the flat 7 of D flat 7. And it's a very angular sound. Going back to E flat is what we call a backdoor cadence, the flat 7 dominant shifting back up again. It's kind of a terrific, exciting kind of cadence. And then just a 2-5 to bail out. That repeats, of course. Very typical repetition. I'm playing from the Shure New Real Book. The Berkeley Real Book, the one that people call just the Real Book, often had problems, errors in chords and melody. The Shure books, S-H-E-R, have done a much better job at sort of going back to original source material and aggregating common practices around specific tunes to create much better charts. I trust these chords. So we're through the A section. We were in E flat. And now there's a chromatic mediant modulation. Well, not exactly chromatic, but it does go from E flat up to G, and it's not G minor that we're going to be in. It's going to be G major. And it's like the sun came out. It's like that beautiful green meadow in Vermont suddenly sort of spread itself out in front of us. Instead of the darkness of the moonlight, we're now it sort of feels daylight to me. And the first thing we have is A minor 7, 2 to 5 to 1 to 6. So it's exactly the same chord progression that we saw in the A section, but now transposed to G major. And that repeats. going to do another 2-5. This one pushing us back towards E flat. We're going to go up a half step to A flat. In other words, we're just going to lift everything up. 2-5 to A flat. And that A flat modulation is very close to E flat. So to bail out of that bridge, we just get a normal B flat dominant and we're heading back to E flat. So we've had the key level of E flat with a really spicy flat 7 chord, right? That thing here, so pretty. Then in the B section, we've gone to G major and then A flat major. We're kind of meandering around a little bit, kind of like we're having a pleasant day in the country. We're back to the C section. And this is a repetition. I love that. And there's a little tag ending. You see it at the bottom of the music here. The dominant 2. And then the E9 is a tritone substitution for B flat 7. E7 or E9 has a tritone here, and it's the same tritone that B flat 7 has. That E flat 7 is a substitution for B flat 7, and they both go the same place. They both go to E flat. When I'm playing a piece like this, and it should be slow, it's a medium ballad, I put most of my energy into right-hand voicings. I can play the song with one hand and you'll still hear the chords. So that's what I'm doing. My left hand might play roots or fifths or shells. Right? You can hear the important melody notes on the top. And then occasionally filling a bit. And then for my B section, I think it could be kind of a stride. Right? It sort of swings along. Back to where I started. Instrumental forms of harmony are really important with ballads. It could just as easily be presented with, arpeggios here. And that makes sense because the lyrics, pennies in a stream, could be illustrated by a rolling arpeggio. If I was accompanying a singer, I might think about doing it that way. It also swings, this tune, and so you could do it up-tempo as well. But what really appeals to me about it is its clever use of the harmonic highway. 1, 6, 2, 5, and then the surprise of going 1, 6, flat 7, and staying there. You probably noticed that the bailout, 2, 5, 1, gives us a 2-measure break. And if I look at this chart, I count measures, and I'd expect an 8-measure phrase, but it's not. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before it begins again. An irregular phrase length that, fits. The interjection of the words Moonlight in Vermont feel like a resolution to that stunning D flat 7 chord. It's a great trick. and really a beautiful song and well worth learning. The American Songbook is a great resource for us as we examine how to have melody working with harmony and how harmony creates structure in a song and really tells a story. I hope this has been useful. Like and subscribe, ding the bell to be notified when I do my videos, and I'll see you next time.